Thank you very much. Hello, everyone, and thank you for having me. And thank you, Dr. Rahil. As Dr. Rahil introduced, I'm Mahreen Chawdhery, and I'm a GP, senior GP partner working in Southeast London in Dulwich. As an NHS GP, I also wear other hats as well. And as a GP trainer, as an appraiser, and Southwark LMC board member, which I'm going to talk about it. So today I would like to share what life is like in this kind of role, the variety, the challenge, and the most importantly, the rewards. So let's start with the core of my role. I'm a GP partner. This means I work clinically, seeing patients across all ages and backgrounds, but I'm also involved in running the practice. As partners, we are responsible for decision making, from managing finances, staffing to shape the service, and responding to the needs of our community. A typical day involves consultation, face-to-face, telephone consults, video, house calls for our housebound patients. And I could be seeing someone with a chest pain in one slot where I'm calling a blue light ambulance to transfer the patient to urgent care to A&E, or helping a new mom with the postnatal anxiety in the next slot, or managing a patient with a complex multimorbidity, or a toddler with constipation or nappy rash. It can be as simple as one can imagine, or it can be complex to any extent. So there is also a lot of behind the scene work, reviewing test results, signing prescriptions, supporting admin team, and taking admin action on the correspondence, the letters coming from the hospitals, community, from anywhere, and arranging follow-ups with the secondary care. As a partner, I also need to attend meetings with the local health boards and commissioners, respond to the policy changes, and look at how we adapt to growing patient demand. It is not just about surviving the day, it's about shaping what good care looks like for the community in the long run. Then comes to the training is one of the most fulfilling role of my fulfilling parts of my role. As a GP trainer, I support GPs in specialty training in general practice, young doctors, guiding them through their final stages of the training, e-portfolio, help and support. I also supervise foundation year F2 doctors as well. It is privileged to be part of their growth, watching them gain confidence, clinical judgment, and softer skills needed for holistic care. Training also keeps me learning, and trainers bring fresh ideas, challenges, assumptions, and often remind us why we choose this career in the first place. At our practice, we see training as a two-way process, supporting the trainees while also creating a learning culture for the whole team. Supervision includes tutorials, observed consultations, deep brief feedback sessions, and the post and pastoral support as well. It is not just about teaching medicine, it's about nurturing resilience, reflection, and the professionalism. Then moving to my next hat, it is as working as an appraiser. All GPs remember that when we start working in NHS, whether we are in the hospital specialty or in our general practice, we all need to have a yearly appraisal, which is an overview of what we have been doing through the year. And in this role as an appraiser, I meet with my fellow GPs annually to support their professional development and revalidation. So these are reflective, structured conversations where we look at what has gone well, what's been challenging, and where they want to go next. So this role gives me a wider perspective on the pressures and achievements of the colleagues across the region. It is about recognizing excellence, encouraging well-being, and helping GPs to stay connected with their purpose. Given how intense general practice can be, that space for reflection is often really valued. So, and as a LMC board member, it is an interesting role. This is again an optional thing. You don't have to do that. In every health authority, there are the local boards, and you can sit on there. You can be like, you have to contest and to be a member of that. It is the opportunity where you have any challenges in your primary care, where you vouch and you make voice for that, to speak to the higher officials in NHS like ICBs for the resolutions and for the improvement. So there are certainly challenges. The pace is fast, demand is high, and the complexity of cases has grown, especially with the mental health and social care pressures. As partner, you carry additional responsibility. As a trainer and appraiser, you are emotionally invested in others' growth and well-being. But the rewards are immense. You build relation with the patients over years, sometimes decades. You see lives change, communities evolve. You help shape the next generation of GPs and support your peers. And at the end of the day, you feel like you have done something that matters. So that is the brief snapshot of a life of a GP partner, trainer, and appraiser in NHS. It is not a 9 to 5 job. Let me be very clear about it. But it is full of purpose, variety, and connection. If you are thinking about general practice, leadership, or education in medicine, I can honestly say it is one of the most human and rewarding paths you can take. And I will spend few minutes further. I want to just give, because we have been talking all about the hospital specialties and how we get into the training. And so I just want to say some good things about GP training and becoming a GP, as Hasnan just gave a very good talk about the structured training program. It is for 3 years. So none of the hospital specialties, they are all longer than 3 years. And there's a clear curriculum and experience supervision. So it's very well supported. There is diverse clinical exposure in both hospital and general practice, because you spend 2 years in clinical specialties and 1 year you spend in general practice. There is strong focus on holistic patient-centered care, building long-term relationship with the patient. There is excellent work-life balance. I can vouch for that. Though I'm very, very busy person, I must say, but you can maintain that with flexible working pattern and part-time options. Job-wise, like the saturation across UK, it is quite a competitive and high demanding specialty now, but there are still good options of job-wise in rural and underserved areas. And the wide range of career options after qualifying as a salaried GPs, partners, locums, and portfolio GPs, opportunities for the GPs with special interest in dermatology, minor surgery, mental health. These are good options, and the scope of leadership, education, research, including teaching, training, etc. And there is good earning potential as well. That's also important, with additional income streams coming from extended roles and from private work. So work rooted in the community allows GPs to take a meaningful impact on population health, and there's strong professional network and support through organizations like RCGPs and the local training hubs. So there is a lot available on the GP side in this part of the world as well. So have a little think about it, and I just want to say thank you.